How's it going? Doing some wind repair damage today on a ridge on a roof. The shingles have blown off of the ridge vent, and these shingles from here to the end were not the right color, so we're removing and replacing those. I'll show you how to do it. So on this type of repair, we can just pull the shingle off since we're not trying to salvage anything. We're still going to reuse this surface. Here's the old shingles mounted like this on the nails. You just pop it up, pull it. Make sure you pull the old existing nails. These shingles are held down by a couple of these nails. This one's a little different. You can see it's got some depth to it. So you're gonna take your puller, pop that nail up, done. So these are the Ridgecap shingles we're using today. It's the Owens Corning Duration. Color is Onyx Black. Color is down here on the bottom. They come in 3 fingers, so you can kind of see that line there where they're designed to be cut. So we'll cut these up and we'll throw them down right here. So this knife end here is pretty fancy. It's a hook end. So when you're pulling it through the shingle like this, you don't have to use any kind of weird flat edge razor blade that could slip and cut you open. Another way to get this shingle separated is if you just fold it. They have a naturally separated spot in the shingle already. And then you just pull it. It's not as clean though, so I recommend just using the knife. Shingles here ready to go. So we've got our Ridgecap shingles here ready to go. We're gonna start on this end. Oh, no. Start on this end and work our way this way, tucking the last shingle underneath here and re-nailing it. Manufacturer says you only need one nail here, one nail here, but I do 2 just because these guys like to fly off. These are the nails we're using. So just a box of nails you can buy from like Home Depot, Lowe's. The most important thing when you're nailing these down is to keep your line. So right here, you want this line as straight as possible for obvious reasons. So now that we've come this far on the Ridgecap, it's time to blend the shingle here. So you're just gonna slide this shingle in. Now, this part's important because we don't care about this side. We're gonna cover this side. What we want is we wanna make sure that this tar and these nails are not exposed by this one. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna wiggle this, set it in place about right there. Make sure your line is good and nail it. We've completed the ridge here. What we need to do is we need to make a cap shingle for this portion here. Good shingles here, and we're gonna chop it right here. Chopped. Now we're gonna take this piece we just cut, and we're gonna put it right over the top right here. Line up your edges and nail. So now that this is on, you're gonna have exposed nail heads. Started sealing it here, but what you're gonna wanna do is put a sealant on there. I use a sealant called Through the Roof. Now what we're gonna do is just dab it on, break it off. We'll come back and clean that up. Dab it on, break it off. Dab it on, break it off. If you get your finger wet, you can push all this and roll it out without having it stick to your fingers. Life hack. You can barely see it. Now we're gonna start this ridge vent here, which is just the plastic. With these rusted nail heads, you can see the integrity of it's in good shape, so we're gonna keep it on here and just put new shingles down. And we're gonna start at this end. Same thing starting out. Gonna make sure your line is good, and we're gonna nail it back here, 2 for each side, for a total of 4 nails all the way down to that end. The 4 nails going into these shingles are gonna be really important because this is a plastic material here. So you wanna make sure that it's getting a good nail bite on every single one. A little bit of progress here. You can see the line there. Like I said, that's really the most important part. Obviously that you're installing it correctly, but you want it to look good when you're done and not like a 3-year-old did it. We've worked our way all the way down now. Here we are at the end. We obviously don't have enough room to put another one here. And if we match this side up on this side, we have a huge overlap here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna push this shingle to the edge here, come back over here, mark where it needs to be cut, which is essentially just right on this edge flange, and chop it up. The shingle now will fit perfectly in place here, fit right on the edge, just right, have just enough overlap here, and then we're gonna do another cap right here. Now it's secured, so we're gonna take this shingle here, and we're gonna cap it. Perfectly just like that. Now this end is nailed as well, so now we need to seal it. This here, we're just gonna dab some down. More is better than less, obviously. You don't put enough on there, it could cause leaks. Clean it up a little bit again so it doesn't look like a third grader came by and did it. Here's the rest of the cap shingles that have been completed to the wall as well, that were done prior to the ridge, and they're sealed as well. So here's your final product. Again, Owens Corning Duration, hip and ridge shingles, onyx black. Completed the ridge. Standard ridge here, moved over to a vented ridge cap here, and then on the wall here, we move back to just our standard ridge shingle. Thanks for stopping by. Have a good one.